Hey guys, it's Leanne. It's Friday, May the 4th. I'm just getting around now to doing my blog. It's been a busy day yesterday, and even today it's I'm kind of off a little bit. Um, but I just wanted to share that I was down point 0.3 at weigh-in yesterday. I was up point 0.6 the week before. So it seems I'm just kind of maintaining my weight at 157 pounds right now. I'm not sure if it's a plateau or what's going on. I had that gain when I got back from Disney of close to 7 pounds, and then I lost close to 6 when I got back the first week. So I don't know if I'm just readjusting here or what. I don't know what's going to happen. So my plan this week is to continue with Points Plus. Maybe just up my cardio, maybe make it a little bit more intense, maybe do intervals instead of more long distance. I know when I run intervals, like if I walk and then run and then walk and then run, I find I usually have a pretty good loss. So I'm going to try that, and I haven't really plateaued before, so this is kind of new. And hopefully this isn't a plateau. Hopefully this is just my body adjusting right now to its new weight and stuff. So that answers one of the questions actually that somebody asked. Slow and steady at this point in the game for me. I only have 10 pounds left to lose, and I know that it's gonna be a lot slower. And I may have 0.3 losses from now till I get to goal, and that's just something I have to accept. I'm not getting frustrated with it. I'm just gonna continue to fight for every last pound, and eventually I will get there. That's what I'm gonna do. Also, like if you're on a plateau, it's always a good idea to change your foods. Try some new recipes. I know, like, some people get in a food rut where they will have an egg white omelet for breakfast every morning, and then they'll have a bowl of grapes for their snack. For lunch, they'll have a turkey sandwich and a salad. Then for dinner at night, they'll have a chicken breast and some steamed vegetables, and maybe even a side salad. Your body eventually will get used to the same amount of calories, and sometimes it's good to trick your body and eat a little bit more calories, say at the beginning of your week. So if, just say, you could throw in a bowl of popcorn and even like an extra piece of fruit or something like that. Something to up your calories a little bit, just to make your body think, oh, what's going on? You know, she's giving me a little bit more food. That's another good idea to do for if you're on a plateau. So if you're on a plateau, you can change up your foods. Try some new recipes. Even the times of day that you're eating maybe could influence your body into thinking different things. And increase your activity. You can increase the duration. So instead of going 30 minutes, maybe try 45 minutes to an hour. Maybe increase your intensity. So, excuse me, if you normally walk at, say, 3 miles an hour, maybe try 4 miles an hour, to just, trick your body into thinking that things are changing. Somebody asked me how much exercise do I do in a day do I recommend. I think it's 150 minutes that, I don't know, people recommend a week, which is not really a lot. I usually, personally, will exercise anywhere from 30 to 60 minutes, 4 to 5 times a week. That's a good week. usually. Sometimes I don't even exercise that much. It depends on lots of stuff. Like, and living here in Newfoundland, the weather, if you like getting outside and stuff. And I know you shouldn't use that as an excuse, but sometimes, so our weather could play, put a damper on things. But I personally, 30 to 60 minutes, at least 4 to 5 days a week. But when I first started out, I was only exercising 10 minutes a day. I could only walk 10 minutes out of the day, 3 days a week maybe. But it was much more better than what I was doing previously. So you had to look at where you are in your fitness, the fitness part of your life. And if I'm not going to say go and do an hour walk when you may only be able to do 5 to 6 minutes. I started out when I did my elliptical when I first started losing weight, and I could not do any more than 6 minutes at a time. But slowly and surely, the next day then I would try 7 minutes and then 8 minutes, and I worked myself up to 15 and 20. So you have to listen to your body as well, and you should always, contact your doctor and make sure that a certain activity is okay for you. Let me see here. How do you stay on track when you're sick? Okay, I don't really understand. I don't really know what part of this question this person's asking, because I know for me, when I'm sick, I don't normally want to eat. So I usually rest, drink a lot of water and tea and fluids and stuff like that. That's normally what I want when I'm sick and not feeling well. I do not exercise when I'm sick. I don't have the energy, and I don't feel guilty for not exercising. I am a true believer in rest and fluids when you're sick, because if not, you're going to be sick for much longer than maybe if you were to get up and go for a run. And I guess it depends on your sickness and what's wrong with you. And now I know there's other people when they're sick that they like the comfort foods, and they like to eat. So that's why I say I'm not sure what this person was asking. So if you're that type of person where you want comfort foods and you want to eat, the thing there is to try and avoid it. If it's something that you really can't, maybe just a small portion. And it depends on if that is, it's hard to say. I don't really know, because I haven't experienced that, because like I said, I'm the one that just usually wants fluids and, water and tea when I'm sick. So if you're the type to want to eat, I would really just limit what you're eating. And you don't need to, if you like cheesies, you don't need to sit down and eat a big bag. Just sit down and have maybe, a little tiny cereal bowl full, or something like that. You don't need to go all out. Just a little bit sometimes will be enough. And that's like, how do I handle cravings? I definitely get cravings. I crave a lot. What I normally do is I wait 10 minutes to see if the craving will pass. I'll go get a cup of tea, a glass of ice water, something to get my mind off. I'll chew a piece of gum. I'll go and do the dishes or go tidy something up, or sometimes I'll even go exercise. But when I'm done that, I'm still thinking about this particular craving. If it's something, say, like chocolate, that I'm craving, like a chocolate bar, I have 70% dark chocolate that I'll use. I can have 3 pieces for 2 points on Weight Watchers. So that it's a good quality, rich chocolate, and I find that really helps me with that craving. If it's something like French fries and gravy, what I usually do is I usually wait till Thursday, because that's when I usually I'm a little bit more lenient with my calories on Thursdays, because it's my weigh-in day, and I do like to trick my body and think that I'm not eating the same food all the time. So I will just say make some home fries. I'll cut up a potato and I'll do them in my olive oil and roast them in the oven, and they're nice and crispy. And I will, if it's, get a can of gravy mix, and I'll measure it out. And that always does the trick for me. It's much better than going out and getting deep fried French fries with, grease laden gravy. And it works for me. If that doesn't work for you, then I would suggest to go and have a little bit of whatever it is you want, so that next week you're not still thinking about it and you end up binging. And that's a known fact, that people that deprive themselves will end up, they could binge on that particular food, and instead of, having one chocolate bar, if that's what they're craving, they could sit down and eat 4 or 5. And of course, you know that the one chocolate bar would have been much better than the 4 or 5 if you were to eat it when you wanted it. Then I was asked, what type of cardio do I do? I run and I walk. And I do that, like I said, 4 to 5 days a week. When I walk brisk. I get my heart rate up. And when I run, well, obviously my heart rate's up anyways. And I like to do intervals, so I'll warm up for 5 minutes by walking briskly, and then I'll start my intervals, and depending on how I feel, sometimes I will run for a minute, sometimes I run for 3 minutes, and then walk. Just depends on my mood and how I'm feeling, and it's different for everybody and what they can do. Even walking at a certain pace is going to be different for me than it is for my husband. So you had to find what works for you. That's very important. It's no good to do what I do if that's not going to work for you. You need to find out your balance, and that's the most important part. And I had a question about maintaining. I'm not at that stage yet. I'm a little aware of what happens. And the thing is in order to stop losing weight, you have to eat the right amount of calories. So when I start my maintenance, I will have to up my points. My exercise routine will stay the same. The only thing that's going to change is my diet. So I will be allowed an extra 6 points. That doesn't necessarily mean that I will be able to eat all those extra points every day. I may gain weight. So I need to find a number. I may only be able to eat 29 points a day to be able to maintain my goal weight. That's where I need to find. So it's going to be different for everybody. My mom has been maintaining her weight now for the last, year, and she's doing a marvelous job, and she keeps her weight almost exactly the same every month when she weighs in. She's found her niche. She's found what works for her. That may not be what works for me. So, you're going to have to play around with your points or your calories, or if you go to a dietitian, and your dietitian will help you, or your nurse or your doctor. And just ask them those questions. And you will eventually, it may take, with Weight Watchers, we have a maintenance program of 6 weeks. And it may take that long to figure out, what's right for you and the right amount of calories. It might only be an extra snack, and it may be an extra 2 snacks. So it's hard to say. But, everybody's different. So that's my blog for this week. Sorry I was a day late. Hopefully everybody has a good week this week. Hopefully I have a good week and everybody has good weigh-ins. And yeah. And I want to wish my mom a happy belated birthday. Her birthday was yesterday. So everybody have a good week, and we'll see you next Thursday. Bye.